Well, I guess we did this last month. I started to say welcome to 2026, but it's February already. So welcome to February, our Ask the Experts session that we do monthly. Um, if you have not been to one of these before, they're pretty casual and informal. We really just want this to be a format where we can share some updates, but where you guys can ask questions as well. So by all means, we want this to be, back and forth and more conversational, less us presenting in a sense, but we maybe can share some updates. We are recording this, so in the instance that you have colleagues who maybe wanted to attend and weren't able to, we can always send them the link after the fact. But with that, I guess I'll go ahead and introduce myself quickly, just in case you haven't been to one of these before. I'm Christine Owens, and I handle all the customer side of everything. I have probably been in touch with either you all directly or whoever set up the accounts for your organization. But anytime you have questions, we are always here for you outside of these Ask the Expert sessions. And I'm always just an email away. So feel free to reach out anytime you ever need anything. And then Dr. Crandall is the program creator. He's also a great resource, also always an email away. So I feel like we try to be very accessible and whatnot. So I'm going to turn it over to you for just a second if you want to share any kind of updates. I know we had talked about a few things you and I were going to either inquire about or maybe share. So I'm going to open the floor to you for a few minutes.
Yeah, I think not a lot of program updates at this point. Let's see, I don't recognize any names, so I'm assuming you all are new. Anybody that's a veteran bingo size facilitator?
Yeah, is anybody a veteran, or raise your hand if you're not new to this, then raise your hand. Yeah, so I don't recognize names, so I'm going to guess that you all are fairly new, because I usually am good with names when I've interacted with people. So welcome. And Kelly, maybe you're not new. Your name actually does look familiar.
I was on the COVID pilot, I think. But that's the only one I've done.
With Extension? With
Extension, yes.
Got it.
Yes.
Well, welcome back.
Hello.
So just a rundown, just so everybody is kind of on the same page. I think everyone knows that they have access to all of the main workshops. The Universal Wellness Workshop is now offered to everyone, so you should have access to that one. That one's been a very popular workshop. It's a 6-week workshop, again, designed to be used for intergenerational use. So you can use it with kids, you can use it with older adults, you can use it with people with any kind of disability as well. We also have we're working on a diabetes management workshop. That one we're very excited about. Hopefully that will be launched later this year. We're going to be doing some pilot testing. If that's something you want to be involved in, I'm offering that up for people who want to help us test that and collect some data. So if you're interested in that, maybe just shoot me an email and I can put you on the list to get involved in that. Christine, I guess I'll let you kind of go through the CMP stuff.
Okay, I'm putting his email in the chat really quickly.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was not ready for you to throw it back to me.
Well, so
there you go. There's his email if you're interested in participating in that.
Christine is going to talk about another opportunity that's a little bit outside of our normal workshops. It's actually an additional workshop that you learned a little bit about when you went through the training. It's the range of motion workshop that is specifically designed for people in nursing homes and long-term care. And so,
go ahead. Sorry.
I know that is probably not any of your areas. But you may know someone who might be interested in that, or you may be interested in adding it on. So that's completely up to you. It's a very, very, it's designed again to be used for nursing home residents. So it's very gentle range of motion exercise. We've used it in memory care. We've used it in nursing homes. So if you have a group of people who really, it assumes people are non-ambulatory, so they can't stand up. It assumes they have some cognitive impairment. So it's a really good workshop for those folks. But there's a really special funding opportunity for that workshop specifically if you work in long-term care, nursing homes specifically. It has to be in nursing homes. So if it's you or somebody you might know, this could be a really good opportunity to get bingo size at absolutely no cost for up to 3 years in those types of facilities. So Christine, I'll throw it over to you.
You kind of just basically said it all. Essentially, I guess our thought is we know of an opportunity for funding, like you mentioned, it's specific to skilled nursing facilities. And so our thought and our hope is that you all in the aging realm of things might have some connections. Maybe you have colleagues, maybe you directly have connections to your organization. We're looking to find partners essentially who might be interested in us applying for these funds on their behalf, or maybe us partnering with them to help them apply for the funds. So if you all have any connections that you would all, that you could share with us, if you have any interest in, exploring doing bingo size in skilled nursing facilities / nursing homes, if that's something that kind of falls under your purview, then we would love to meet with you. We're actually having a couple of small group sessions this week that we are hosting in order to kind of talk to people in small groups instead of one-on-one about those opportunities. So maybe if that is something that you're interested in, throw your email address in the chat potentially, and then I could send you those 2 opportunities, and then maybe we could loop you in. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And then if it doesn't work out, then we could obviously look at other dates. It's not like that those are the only dates that we'll ever talk about those things. It's just we happen to have a couple of sessions this week where we're going to be talking about that. So that's perfect timing.
I will say that we work with organizations, lots of nonprofits, AAAs, ombudsmans, who take advantage of actually us helping them to maybe even write the grant themselves, which then allows the organization to get overhead covered. It might allow for them to pay for part of an employee to help manage the project. So if your organization, even if you don't work directly with nursing homes, if your organization writes grants, then this could be a really good opportunity to write the grant, to put bingo size in the nursing homes, and at the same time, get some funding for your organization. So it's a really good opportunity.
Never hurts to hear more about it, for sure. So if any of that piques your interest at all, I feel like it would certainly be valuable to maybe learn some more about that. So if that applies to you, then throw your email in the chat and I will absolutely send you those sessions. We would love to involve you and include you in that so that we could share more about it. And then again, even if it's you need to share our contact with others, we're always looking to make connections and partner with others in regards to this type of opportunity.
Absolutely. I think that's all I have, Christine. Other than I think we're going to do a little polling.
Yeah. I feel I'm trying to go back to I don't have the sheet pulled up from this morning let me pull that up really quickly and just double check.
The U.S. Aging Conference.
Yeah. So I don't know what your interactions have been or what your knowledge base will be or whatever. I'm not sure how familiar you'll be with this U.S. Aging Conference. It's my understanding from what research I've done that it's kind of the national platform for area agencies on aging. We've attended more regional type stuff in the past. We've attended SE4A in the past, which is the southeastern region of Kentucky and Tennessee, Virginia, etc. And so we are always looking to continue to grow the reach of bingo size and share that with new individuals who may not have heard it yet, to just to continue to spread the mission. So I'm curious, and just unmute your mic and talk. You don't need to raise your hand or anything like that. But if you have ever attended the U.S. Aging Conference, or if you your partners have or anything like that, we would love to hear kind of just your overall feedback on it. Was it something that seemed well attended? Is it something that you hear a lot of buzz about? Any feedback would be great as we consider if that's an opportunity that we should take to go and share bingo size. Does anybody have any familiarity with it? Doesn't sound good. I guess, it would be helpful. Do you mind throwing your organization names in the chat for us, just so that we could kind of get an idea? Is everybody here with, like, what's the organization and what's the type? Are you guys mostly with senior centers, or I know Kelly is with the extension office here in Kentucky.
Public
I'm
health.
curious what type of organizations others are with. Public health.
I'm with Avira of Corsicana, and we're a nursing facility.
You are a nursing facility. I know you added slightly late there. Were you on when we were talking about the opportunity?
Christine, she's in the SMU CMP.
Gotcha. So
Yeah.
she's doing it. Got
Yeah,
it.
she's
Perfect.
already in.
Okay, I've got a Dallas Area Agency on Aging.
Yep.
Christopher is with Signature Rehab.
Yep.
He must be part of your project.
Kentucky. Yep. In Tennessee. Great.
Got it. Murray Senior Center in Murray, Kentucky. So senior centers and people from your projects, essentially.
So we got some local folks here, fairly
Yeah.
local. folks.
Yeah. Got 2 Kentuckians in here. And then maybe the signatures. I'm not sure if that's Tennessee or
correct.
that's Kentucky too. So 3 fellow Kentuckians. And
Perfect. So I think at this point we could just open it up for questions that you guys might have. As you're beginning to implement, it sounds like we've got some folks that are parts of the CMP projects now. You guys really, you're working on different projects that I actually have project managers. So Dr. Schaefer and Dr. Shake are managing those projects. But if you have questions, I can definitely take those questions and then make sure that they also convey that information to you later on as well. So questions?
everybody was thinking that they would just listen to everyone else's questions.
Yeah. Yeah, if this is obviously your first time, we again, it's an opportunity to ask us, live and almost in person, answers to answer your questions, things that you like. I'm not quite sure about that, or what should I do here? Where do I find this? Where do I find that? So this is your opportunity to do that. We also really love to hear stories. I know that one of the Signature healthcare facilities, I heard a good story about someone who was in there with dementia and hadn't stood before, and they actually stood during a bingo size session. So that was a fantastic story. So we love to hear anything like that. We love to see pictures, videos, whatever you got. We love to hear it.
And normally I would say that this is a really small attendance. Typically we have 20 to 40 people in these. And so in the future, come back to another one for sure. If you're hoping to just kind of like listen and hear what others have to say and what other questions others have, for sure, come back to another session as well, as they're typically more heavily attended, and you might be able to really pick up some good insights from others, stories and whatnot.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm actively using it in my nursing home, but we were wanting to bring it to the senior center here that's local. The gentleman that came and delivered all the stuff off said that they're, I don't know who I need to speak with to try to get like that going for the community as well, for the seniors.
Yep, that's Christine.
Where are you?
I'm in Corsicana, Texas.
Okay. So yeah, so let's look and see if that's something that I don't think that anybody, just off the top of my head, I don't think that your senior center doesn't ring a bell, but we absolutely could help you guys get that partnership going. You said you're at the senior center, or you're in the nursing facility?
I'm in a nursing home, but we're wanting to bring it into the senior center here because it's this community, we're like maybe 500 people. We're very small.
Okay.
And we don't have nothing for the seniors to do. So I thought that I could bring it that direction too and open up some, entertainment, exercise and bingo that they love doing together in the community as well.
I think they just need to fill out the inquiry form so you can set up a meeting with them, Christine.
Yeah, absolutely. And it could be that that's something that you guys could help facilitate, or that you guys could be the ones to even do it. But it could very well be that you could even just, we could loop them in, and that maybe they would be interested, because they actually have funding sometimes to help with those types of things. So I feel like that would absolutely, let's absolutely connect and talk further outside of here. And I would love to help you figure out what we need to do for that. So if will you throw your, well, you can't throw your email in the chat because you're on the phone.
Yeah, it wouldn't let me log in for some reason. So
what is your email address? And I'll just email you here in a minute,
okay, you want me to give it to you now, or?
if you don't mind. If that's okay.
Yes, ma'am. It's gonna be L Poston, COULSTON.
Okay. I did not get that. I'm so sorry. This might not be the best way to get. Can I give you my email address maybe?
Yes,
Or
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And I can email you right now.
perfect. It's just Christine, KRISTEEN at bingocize.com. And that's with a Z, BINGOCIZE.com. Shoot me an email and we'll get something scheduled ASAP, and we'll get into all the details and help you get this going at your senior center.
Okay. Yes, because like I said, we're already using it in our nursing home, so, and they really enjoy it. This is something they look forward to. So that's why I wanted to try to bring it out to the community as well. Of course, I would run it. I would go there like once a week or whatever, but I didn't know how it worked for it.
And that's what I was saying. We can talk more about that. It could be something that you even partner with them and they're interested in, like picking it up and running. You maybe introduce it. There's so many different options that we could consider. So as soon as I see that email come through, I'll respond. We'll get something on the calendar, and you and I'll talk through all of that, and maybe even loop them in to talk too.
In the chat, for those of you who can see it, if you are a nursing home in Kentucky, I mentioned that those project managers, I put Mark's email in there. So he's another resource for you if you're working on one of those projects. And if you're in Tennessee at a nursing home that's part of the CNP project, Matt is the one who's handling that. His email is in the chat as well. So that's just another resource for you in addition to us if you have any questions.
Is anybody just about to get started and came to get encouragement before they get started, or just, I guess, curious to see where people are in their journey and if we could help at all?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, so whenever I was doing the COVID bingo size, one of the things that I'll say I didn't have was I have, I guess, the lower level of music. It has like ads and things in it. Is there any, I guess, music for the program? Because I think they felt like they were kind of dancing in some of it whenever we were doing some of the exercise, and they were asking like if we could have music or while they were doing the exercise part.
Kelly, have you taken the new training?
No, it's on my, I'm going to have to do it like this week.
Have you reached out to me? And I've already, because I know most of the extension folks have been reaching out to say, hey, I need to get recertified. And I've been sending people payment links. And then once they pay, they get that new training. Have we already done that?
Yes, we've already done it.
You just haven't done the training yet.
I just haven't done the training yet.
Perfect.
So that addresses that.
You're going to learn a lot. It's been a while since you've
Yeah, it has.
A lot's changed and upgraded.
Okay. All right.
The web-based game is way more advanced now than when I think you were probably looked at it originally. There's a Spotify link at the bottom if you're using that game, the online game, which we highly recommend. And you're going to learn about that in the training. But if that doesn't answer your question after you've gone through the training, then of course, feel free to reach back out. We can help you.
It sounds like that answers my question.
All right.
Is anybody using the web-based game who's just getting up and running? Is anybody planning to use it and have any questions? I'll say, like Dr. Crandall was mentioning, if you haven't started using it, or if you're on the fence if you will use it or not, we highly recommend the web-assisted, technology enhanced, whatever we're going to call it, the computer-assisted version. It has so many neat features that you should have learned about in the training, but we definitely encourage you to try that and give it a whirl if you have access to a smart TV or, you know, a screen that you can project it on, just because it really has so many great features. It's got the music built in, it's got the exercise demonstration videos like you guys would have seen in the training, all of that. So definitely give it a try. Don't be intimidated by it. If you haven't used it yet, you should give it a try.
For our nursing home folks on here, I don't know of any nursing home that's used it yet. That's not to say you can't use it or it could be used. So if you try it, I would love to hear some feedback on how it went with your folks. So just let me know.
I will actually be using it tomorrow. We have it set on the calendar, and I finally have figured out how to log everybody in. So,
Are you going to have them get on devices too?
well, we have a computer that I'm hooking up to a TV to do it.
Oh, okay. You said get everybody logged in. I thought you meant the participants. So the participants are going to play on paper.
Yes,
paper
but
cards.
it shows on the computer that you put people's names in there.
That's only if they're logging in on devices.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was confused. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to put anybody's name in there if they're not going to log on. You just kind of start the game without putting their names in there.
Yeah, that's if they're going to play, because there's a lot of kind of variance, if you will. But if they were going to log in on iPads, phones, things like that in the room with you, then they would need usernames and that kind of thing. And that is also super fun. But you're in skilled nursing, so I feel like probably your better option is using the paper cards for sure. And then you don't have to enter their names. You just create the room, start the game, lead it on the screen, and then they get to play on the paper card like normal. That will keep things much simpler for you.
Yeah.
Nanette, good luck with that. Keep me posted. I think that you'll love the web-based game, but we're always excited to hear feedback. And if you have any questions once you start using it, just shoot us an email, and we're happy to, you know, provide reinforcement info. But you're gonna like it. Any other questions or any other thoughts, Dr. Crandall?
No, I think that's it for me.
Like I said, this was an unusually quiet session, so come back again. come back next month or the month after, and odds are it will be a bigger group and it will be a lot more boisterous, most likely, with more questions. And I do feel like it's great to kind of hear from others what they're doing and what their what their questions are, what their boundaries are that they ran into, how they overcame it, that kind of stuff. So definitely keep coming back.
Great. Thank you all for being here. We really appreciate you supporting Bingo Size. Again, we're always here if you have any questions, concerns, want to share some good news. We'd love to hear that.
Yeah. So go Bingo Size, have fun, take pictures. We love updates. Email us, you know, fun pictures, success stories, bring them back here, whatever. We definitely are here to cheer you on. So we'll do this again in March. Typically we do it the third Monday.
March 9th this time, March 9th.
So March 9th, so a month from today. So
Yep.
We'll be back March 9th, and we'll look forward to seeing you all then. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks. Bye-bye.